Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to episodes 449, 450 and 451. Absolute 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 for these episodes. I haven't been this happy and emotional and this invested since the Sabaudi arc. It's just, I mean, I love this arc, but like these episodes were just, I think, the best episodes so far of this particular arc. Oh my god. Okay, so Bon-chan, he sacrificed himself to save Luffy and them, and I couldn't hold back the tears. Also Jinbe, absolute badass. But I'll say what I have to say later. First, I just wanted to address something that someone said in the previous redirect, in the previous One Piece redirect video. So someone said that that I have zero memory power. Okay, I understand I don't have the best memory and that I do forget things fairly easily, but look at it from my point of view. I am reacting to not just this anime but a lot of other animes as well. So that kind of, because I'm reacting to so much content, it's hard to like memorize everything from One Piece. You can't expect me to know everything from One Piece because you guys, most of you guys at least, have rewatched scenes so many times that you've already memorized the whole entire dialogue. I haven't memorized the dialogue or anything. Because there's just so many characters in One Piece and there are so many powers in One Piece that it's just hard to keep track. Like I remembered that Blackbeard had the power to generate darkness, to manipulate darkness, and he had gravity properties with it as well by sucking in stuff and then regurgitating it back. I remembered that part, but I didn't remember the thing that where he can actually nullify the opponent's devil fruit power by touching him, and he has to touch them for at least a couple of minutes, couple of seconds to a minute. So his ability is very powerful, but he also has a drawback that he also takes in damage if he absorbs it. So you know, there's so much to it. You can't expect me to know everything on your level of knowledge. Your level of knowledge is going to be expert level. You know pretty much everything about One Piece. I'm still learning, so I don't have zero memory power. If I did, then I'd forget names of characters really easily, and I'm actually very good at learning characters' names, and I remember them very much. Powers, I do remember at least what they were, but I don't remember like every single thing that they did, like every single technique that they did with that power. So, and also another thing, I reacted to Ace versus Blackbeard 5 months ago, and I know that doesn't seem like a very long time ago, but in a way, if you think about it, I reacted to so much content after Ace versus Blackbeard. So when did Ace versus Blackbeard happen? Straight after Water 7, I believe. So I reacted to all of Thriller Bark, Sabaudi, Amazon Lily, and now pretty much at the end of Impel Down. So that's a lot of content in itself, as well as me still reacting to Hunter x Hunter and Boruto. So you know, my memory is going to go a little bit fuzzy from reacting to so much content ever since January. January is when I reacted to Ace vs Blackbeard. Now, also another thing, Blackbeard, he's not like someone who shows up often. At least so far, he hasn't shown up often. So I just didn't think, like you know, like, I knew he'd be an important villain. I knew he would be like a main villain at some point, but like I just didn't like think I didn't realise he'd be that significant to remember or something. Anyway, Also, something about including the volume covers in the reactions. Personally, I don't see my volume covers, the volume covers for One Piece, as that spoilery, because they just include the like new characters' faces. And to be honest, I've pretty much know a lot of future characters that are going to show up anyway, so I already know their appearance. So I just don't see it as spoilery personally. I understand why people will be like, don't include the volume covers, they are spoilery, but to me, I don't figure it out. I don't analyze them. At least I don't look at it to the point where I've analyzed it so much that I get what it's trying to say. Like, for example, one of the covers, the recent cover, I think it's volume 56, it includes Ivankov, Crocodile, Luffy, Inazuma, I think, as well. All of their faces are featured in that volume cover, but I did not get any like clue that, oh, they're gonna form an alliance. I just thought that they'd appear in the arc, but I did not get any inclination that Crocodile is gonna join alliance with Luffy. I never like figured that out. Even though they were in the same cover, but just because they're in the same cover doesn't mean that they're going to form an alliance. They could very well just be enemies, like standing side by side in the volume cover. So, and obviously Crocodile is evil, so I never would have thought that he'd join an alliance with Luffy. So I just wanted to like make an example here that I just don't think of it like the way you guys might think of it, because obviously you guys have already read the manga or watched the anime, so you guys know. Compared to me, I don't know that, and I totally understand why you guys might think that I might figure it out with the volume cover, but I'm not that analytical. And to be honest, even if it does spoil, I don't know like why, how, you know, those kind of questions, like why would Crocodile join forces with Luffy, you know, so I'm still gonna include volume covers, but I'll try my best to not like pay attention to the volume cover itself by like looking at it too much or something. Okay, now episodes. Okay, so just amazing. I absolutely enjoyed. It was so emotional, and just the fight, Luffy versus Magellan, Jinbe, Crocodile, Mr. One, Buggy, they all went on board on a ship. It took so hard to get on a ship. So Magellan, he told all of the warships to leave Impel Down so that no warships can be right next to the entrance of Impel Down, so that the prisoners don't find a way to escape Impel Down. So all of the prisoners were like devastated that there were no warships left behind to escape on. So Jinbei, the ultimate badass, he used his Fishman skills to become the person that rides Crocodile, Mr. One and Buggy to find a warship. So they had to battle all of the marines that were on the warships to throw cannons at them, and so they had to dodge all of those cannons and fight back. Jinbei, the ultimate badass, used his abilities to destroy the warships that were attacking them. And then they finally went on a warship, and then Luffy, oh okay, so Luffy, he teamed up with Galdino, also known as Mr. Free, with his ability of wax. Oh my god, Galdino's abilities. Okay, so before I didn't think he was, I mean, he has really cool abilities, don't get me wrong, and they are very defensive. That I will give him, but I didn't always think that his abilities could be used for offensive. It seems more of a defensive type of Devil Fruit power, because he can make his wax as hard as steel, and that was very useful against Magellan's poison. But man, Magellan got so mad when Luffy started to really punch and beat up Magellan, like, because basically Luffy, he made the idea that he could stop Magellan from like pursuing them by holding him back. Galdino, he just wanted to use his walls against Magellan. He didn't actually think of fighting him, but because Luffy said that he just wants to use wax on himself, so basically Galdino made Luffy get wax armor, and the wax armor allowed Luffy to actually punch Magellan without actually getting poisoned, without him getting touched by the poison, because once you're poisoned, then that's it for you. So that was really clever. So the wax literally blocked the poison from getting to Luffy, but that's because it was just the purple poison. So it did work. So it did work initially on like at least hitting Magellan, but he was still very, very durable. Like he took in so many punches from Luffy, and he still stood. And then he went apeshit crazy. I thought this guy was scary enough, but he just went on devil mode. Literally devil mode. He he became Satan when he unleashed that red poison. Oh, I was just like telling Luffy, just run, mate. You're not gonna stand a chance in this next level form that he has. I already thought he was OP enough, but damn. To have red poison mode, red devil mode, whatever you want to call it. Wow. Okay, so so the red poison, once it touches you, then that's it for you. The poison spreads like a maniac on your body. Like you just have no time to heal yourself once the poison gets to you. That is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy that the red poison can do that. So Luffy, he had no choice but to run away, because the wax was not helping at all. The red poison was just burning the wax now. So previously, before, the purple poison was, the wax was able to block the purple poison, but it couldn't do anything against the red poison, so they just had to run for it to the entrance of Impel Down. And Ivankov used his Hellwing, and as you know, Ivankov and Inazuma, they got covered in poison by Magellan in the previous episodes. So Ivankov, who has amazing durability, like damn, like Luffy was dying, but he didn't feel that affected. I guess he injected himself with the that hormone. I forgot what it was called. Tension hormone, I think. The hormone that he used on Luffy when he was covered in poison. So I mean he did look not at 100%, but he still looked like he could still like go on, because he used the Hellwing to get up to level 1, and he did that on time before Magellan could like poison everyone. And everyone, all of the prisoners, Luffy, just everyone were like hanging onto Ivankov's head, giant ass head, and they all flew out of the Impel Down entrance just before Magellan could poison them all. So Magellan was just about to attack them, but Ivankov used his Hellwing to propel him to get to the sea. That was really dangerous, because they could have just sunk, because Luffy, he has level 3 powers, and so does Ivankov, so they would have sunk if it wasn't for the whale sharks. Oh my god, Jinbe is just a lifesaver, and so is Bonchan, but we'll get into that in a minute. Jinbe, absolute lifesaver. He told all of the whale sharks, because he can talk to sea creatures, that they should help Ivankov. So the whale sharks were like lifting Ivankov to the ship. So I just thought that was brilliant. That looked so fun. So they finally got into the warship, and then the gates of justice was opening, and I thought, why on earth would Magellan do that? Because we saw Magellan telling the guards to open the gates of justice, and the Marines were so confused as well, because it's just impossible to open them unless it's from an Impel Down guard. But actually that was Bonchan, and I knew it was Bonchan, because there's just no way Magellan would do that. he really wants them dead. So I thought maybe there's a fly around, that's why I'm doing that. So I thought maybe he wants them to pass for them to get killed by even more powerful marines, because he did say, someone said that the vice admirals and higher level admirals are like past the gate. So I thought he was getting at that, but then I thought, no, Bonchan is not even with them, so maybe it's Bonchan. So I was crying. I felt so bad for Bonchan. Like, I have a huge respect, because there's just no other way that they could have broke through Gates of Justice unless they managed to destroy it. But I don't know if that's even possible to destroy the Gates of Justice. Maybe it is. But what Bonchan did was totally selfless, totally brave, because he's basically sacrificing himself, because he's with Magellan now, because so Magellan, he's not going to let Bonchan live now. Well, he's going to kill him anyway. He's a freaking pirate. Well, not pirate, but like opponent. So that was really bad. Man, I just hope Bonchan manages to escape. At least he looks like he really wants to fight him, but I just hope he runs for it or something, or someone saves him. I don't know how, but it's just, there's no one around though. There's no one near Bonchan to save him. I don't want him to die though. Oh man. It's gonna suck so much if he actually dies. He was such a true nakama. He was such a true friend. Oh man, that's gonna suck. But then again, it would make things dramatic. That'd be quite a dramatic way to go. But oh man, think about it. Anyway, what you think of these episodes? Let me know, and stay tuned for more.